Comparison is probably the worst illness ever. Once you start getting into comparison mode, you're never going to be creative and you're going to become something that you won't even recognize. I just came back from LA and I have so much to share with you. I went on a last minute trip to Glendale, California, which, by the way, it's like the quiet version of LA, and I absolutely fell in love with Glendale. We were able to listen to Trent Sheldon, mylett, Brendon Buchard, and so many other speakers that I feel it's exactly what I needed to hear. I'm going to share notes that I have from the trip. It's exactly what I needed to hear, and it might be exactly what you need to hear. Brendon Buchard was talking about how to live a better life. Now, before you're like, okay, that's so generic, I promise that you'll absolutely be able to implement something by the end of this video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video just like this. Let's get started with a few of the things that Brendon was talking about. He started off reminding us that we need to ask ourselves this one question: am I getting better at life? Now, sometimes, maybe my little desk up here. So, am I getting better at life? I feel like sometimes we just focus on the day by day. And if you may or may not be a parent, but like what your kid has going on, what your spouse has going on. My husband's a business owner, so what does he have going on in his life? But one thing that he really reiterated was how your self-concept goes up if you feel like you're growing and you feel better every single day. And obviously, there's other things that go into it, but you have to self-reflect. That's where weekly reminders and weekly reflections and journaling come in. Like, it's not just like, "Yeah, journaling, it's just going to make me feel better." No, you journaling will make sure that you continue to reflect. Am I getting better every single day? Think about it. If you don't really like where you're at right now, how have you been measuring yourself? Sometimes we're extremely harsh and we're measuring ourselves with this unrealistic ruler, but sometimes we don't even measure ourselves at all. So you don't like something that's going on, but how do you know what you like if you're not really measuring it? And that can be anything. That could be your relationships, your income, your body. This was actually a conversation my husband and I were talking about because I was being moody. I had to reflect. That's true, but it's not really against, it wasn't at the time. It wasn't really with him. It was just with me projecting it on him. That's where you measuring your habits consistently, even if it's weekly or daily, that really works. As you continue to reflect on daily things, weekly things, and making sure that you're getting better every single day, making sure that your cup is filled and you're fulfilled and you're saying yes to the opportunities that you want, not just go no matter what, no sleep. Like, that doesn't work. Another thing, when people say hi to you, "How are you, Sonia? How are you feeling today?" And you just respond with something like, "I'm fine." That sucks. He didn't say that sucks, but I think about it like, I don't want a fine life. I want to have an extraordinary life. And for some, having a fine life is fine. They're okay with it, just living day by day. I imagine it like a black and white TV that's just the same channel every single day, no matter what. That's not the life that I want to build for myself. And I think you're watching this because you don't want that type of life either. You just even responding with, "I'm fine." Clearly, you need to make a change. But he said, if you are living smaller than you know you can be, then you can only go so far. You're not going to be fulfilled and happy when you live smaller than you can be. When you know you are made for bigger things and you're just right here in that small fishbowl that you know you don't deserve to be there. No, we're not talking about perfection. We're not talking, okay, I have to be perfect and I can only launch my thing, live my life, have my relationship when it's perfect. No, that's not it. It goes back to the first point. Am I getting better every single day? And in order for you to do that, you need to continue going for your vision, reflecting on yourself, and don't be perfect. Live what you need to live in a non-perfect way, but knowing that you deserve so much more. I love when he said this because it made me like kind of stings a little. He said something in the lines of, he was talking to me. A lot of people are living in alignment with your values half-ass because you have your values, but you're not living them every single day. You're not living them consistently. And it made me think about how I eat, how sometimes I just absolutely love chips. I don't even care if they're toxic. Everything else I'm aware of. I don't put toxic stuff in my hair. I don't put it on my face. I don't put it on my skin. I don't give it to my kid. But when it comes to chips, I half-ass that. That's obviously not getting you the results that you want. One thing that he was talking about as well was the wall of willingness, meaning sometimes you're just not even willing to struggle anymore. When life happens, specifically business, it's not going to be a pretty roller coaster, not even a roller coaster, like a walk in the park every single day. When it gets hard, we're not willing to suffer anymore. We're not willing to struggle. We're not willing to do the hard things anymore. You have to honor the struggle because that's part of business. I'm in the network marketing business, but I'm also in the digital marketing space. I see it everywhere in my network marketing business. I see it in my husband's couch business. Every single business can be quote unquote in struggle mode. It's not going to be a walk in the park every single time. And anyone that says it is definitely trying to sell you something or they're just plain lying. It is so dangerous to stay in that unwillingness to grow because what is the point of you being in business if you aren't willing to go through the struggle? I understand self-esteem does go down when you get constantly beat. You get cancellation. People don't want your product anymore. And then you start blaming others. Then you start hating others for doing better than you do. And you definitely don't want it to lead into defeat. I do have a video talking all about the worst year ever. That's pretty much the rabbit hole that I went through. One thing that I do understand is that the comfort zone is not bad. Like comfort zone, think about it in fitness, right? When you are doing like a steady, nice walk that has your heart rate up, like you're going, you're moving, it's not bad to be there. But in order for you to get different results, you do have to do something else like weightlifting, like HIIT sprints, like Pilates, something different that will challenge you. If you don't like where you're at or you're going through the rabbit hole of blaming others and being a little hater because of other people's progress, that's normal human feelings. Now let's change it. Let's change ourselves of this comfort zone into something different. This one hit hard and it's the energy factor. And it's basically what he's saying is you need to get healthy. 100% my wake up call because my husband and I were talking about that literally a day before. Just trying to figure out a way that I could stay consistent in the gym. I can go 3 days in a row and then not go for 2, 3, 4 days. Or I can go for 2 weeks straight and then take a whole week off. So the consistency is definitely my issue, my problem. I know how to work out. I have 100 million trainer friends. Don't even ask me how many programs I have. It's just my own discipline. I hope that this also hits home from you. Let's do this together because when we're in high energy, when we wake up and get our workout out of the way, even if it's a walk or a class that you can enroll in, a personal trainer, you will be a better business owner, have more energy, live a long, healthy life. I'm talking to myself, but the way that you eat, that's for your body, that's for your brain. The better that I eat, the healthier the shakes that I have, the supplements that I have, that's going to help my brain. So I could show up, so I can continue to make videos like this, meet people, really connect with the community that I am just so pumped to have. Now, let's talk about 3 devils that he talked about. Number 1, judgment. The problem is that we harshly judge others, which leads into harshly judging ourselves. And it's because of social, yes, but it's because of also the way that it's presented to us. Let me give you an example. We have to judge within, continue watching the video, scroll through the video, and we judge. Okay, I want to watch this. Cool. Let me see what's going on. There's really no ability to focus, and we judge so fast that goes into our outside judgment for others. We do need to limit the noise. That's something that I've been working on is consuming less on TikTok. I've actually posted a little bit less on TikTok because of that. It's too much, okay? Social media can definitely cause you to be less focused on what it is that you want to create for your life. Meditation, make some time for that, whatever that means for you. It could be praying, it could be silent time. You can use that app like Headspace or Calm to just calm your mind. Ask Alexa or whoever to play some meditation music, play some white noise, play some forest sound, something that can calm your mind down. And that I know that helps me a lot. The second devil of the 3 devils that he talked about is comparison is probably the worst illness ever. And I'm going to tell you that once you start getting into comparison mode, you're never going to be creative and you're going to become something that you won't even recognize. Constantly chopping yourself down like, "Oh, I'm not good enough like her. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not creative enough." Don't stop. You need to unfollow, block, mute whoever is causing this. And it's not their fault. It's you internally. Like, you have a story around that person that you're comparing to. If it's not bringing you joy, it's not bad to just unfollow. And if you cannot handle it, then like, I don't know why we're so scared of blocking. Just block the person. It's not a big deal. This is just completely going to be one of those things that if it's not helping you, you need to make a decision, and it's ultimately up to you. If you cannot handle yourself to not watch their stories and watch all of their things that you're comparing to, then you need to remove yourself or remove them. The third devil that he was talking about is gossip. And he said, it feels like you're chopping them down, but in reality, you're chopping yourself down. Because the more you gossip, the more your narcissism comes out because you think you're better than them and it's really all about you. And those tendencies come out. We're not saying you're a narcissist. We're just saying those narcissistic tendencies come out. You're just becoming less and less kind every time you do that. So just being careful and protecting our heart, protecting our mind. My biggest takeaway from this conference really was to work on yourself so you can have higher self-worth, higher self-esteem in order for you to serve others. I have so much more, girl. I'm talking Ed Mylett, Trent Sheldon, Lori Harder, Ben Newman. Like, so many people were just so amazing. And I cannot wait to continue sharing with you. But ultimately, focus on the one question that you need to ask yourself. And that is, am I getting better every single day? Thank you so much for being with me. I can't wait to see you in the next video. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.